Hello, travelers. Welcome to the Copper Fox Inn, where we discuss homebrew for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. My name is... Oh, wait, no. Come on in, take a seat, and join us as... No, I said no. What am I doing?
Let's just bring
Well,
it back.
this is Mr. Wait No, the bard.
We've gotten so
said.
far on side quests, we don't even know what's going on.
It's been so long. Welcome to the Copper Fox Inn. Come on in, take a seat, and join us as we discuss homebrew for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. My name is Thomas the Human Bard, and I am joined today by...
Mercy, the tiefling wizard.
Onag, the half-orc barbarian.
And Rock Gnome Rogue named Bean.
And
I don't normally say it in that order, and I don't know if you could tell my brain really struggled to say it like that.
I did. You missed...
I thought I would mix it up, and my brain punished me.
you did miss an article, but that's fine. We'll move forward anyways. I wanted to ask you all, what if you could be any fantasy race in D&D? I guess the answer's already been given because we've
Except
all...
for, of course, the ones
that
we currently are.
Yeah, see, now I see the
be
error
like
of my ways as we are all fantasy people.
I mean, I would probably do the, Manticore 5K. Or maybe the Unicorn Marathon.
Yeah,
I hate you.
I'd probably do, the water deep pentathlon.
Pentathlon.
Yeah.
You have to swim, bike, run, shoot, and ski.
It's just a triathlon and a biathlon put together.
Yeah. You have to shoot while you're swimming, and then you have to run while you're skiing.
Oh, no.
I just had a question. Has anyone ever wished that there was a way in Dungeons & Dragons that you could play a sentient horse?
I mean, like a centaur, right?
No.
Not a centaur?
No, just a horse. This is a playable race horse from Unearthed Arcana from user Wild Lasers. The post says, if you've ever wanted to play as a horse, here you go.
Woof.
Racial features. Look at you horsey boy.
Oh, gosh. I like how you said woof when you should have said nay.
Nay.
Yeah.
Look at you horsey boy. Follow your dreams. If you don't end up dead by the end of the month, that is.
What?
What the heck?
Was that a threat?
That's the flavor text of this is not a very survivable race.
My gosh.
Ability score increase. Your strength and constitution increases by 2. Your intelligence decreases by 4, and your
Oh my
wisdom
God.
decreases by 2.
Horses are really smart, though. But you're
not-
just playing as, an actual animal horse.
See, here's the problem. You're a horse. You're not like a horse that is as smart as a human being, really. You're mostly just a horse.
This isn't like our penguin play...
Our penguin
Damn it.
plangler place. Yes, no.
Our penguin player race.
Correct.
Where you are like sentient penguins.
No, that's like penguin folk. This is not horse folk. This is just one horse who's a little smarter than he needs to be. Age.
Smarter
Horses
than the
become
average
mature around the
horse.
age of 7 years old and often live up to be 35 years old. Alignment. Horses are dull creatures. You tend
I
to
just was getting a drink.
You tend to favor your own self-interest, be it through neutrality or evil. Size.
What?
So, horses are evil.
Look, we all
It is
know
decided.
it. Bad horse, the thoroughbred of sin, of
Yeah.
course, being the archetypal evil horse. Size, your size is medium. However, you count as one size larger when determining carrying capacity. So
Okay.
you're a bit of a small horse for normal horse
Yeah.
sizes.
Yeah.
A Shetland pony.
Well, you're not that small. Your speed, your base walking speed is 40 feet. Languages. You can understand common, but cannot read or speak it.
Yes.
You are capable of speaking with horses, though you may use your neighs and whinnies to cast spells with verbal components.
Yes.
Hooves. You have sturdy hooves. You move normally within difficult terrain.
Nice.
Gore.
Wait, but nothing that talks about your ability to hold and or not hold things.
No, we'll get there. Gore. You got big old clompers. Your unarmed strikes deal 1d6 plus your strength modifier in damage. Pretty good. Horseshoes. A farrier, a horseshoe maker for the uneducated, can install horseshoes into your hooves to increase your damage to 1d8 plus your strength modifier. These horseshoes count as a martial weapon that you have proficiency with.
I think I blew out the mic with that. Oh, I love it.
I mean,
Very good.
That just opens a can of worms. Can you then get like cleats?
Oh, that's a great question.
I'm gonna
Just increase the damage even more.
I'm gonna be a horse shadow monk.
Can I get something that changes my hooves to slashing damage, perhaps? No hands. You do not have hands, and fail any skill checks that require the use of hands.
Nice.
You may use a hoof in spells with a somatic component.
Love it. I don't know. Horses have those really bitey lips, though. Like you could
They
turn a
do.
doorknob.
I
with
did
your
watch a
mouth.
video of a horse playing a piano with its lips. So
Well,
Yeah.
then maybe is that a skill check that requires the use of hands?
exactly.
That's up
the
to your
question.
discretion.
That's the question.
Oh, fair
Mount.
enough.
The final feature of the race, the mount feature. A medium creature is capable of mounting you, as in the mounted combat section of the PHB. Other horses cannot mount you, and vice versa, unless otherwise agreed upon by your DM.
I was really hoping the mount ability would be the horse's ability to mount something else.
You
As a
cannot
horse,
ride
you
a
can
horse,
ride
and another
things.
horse cannot ride you, unless we're all cool with that.
Unless everybody gets real cool about it.
I'm
That's
just
so
imagining
good.
two horses just on top of each other, and you're on top, and just legs perfectly still, as on the bottom horse, as you walk on the top horse, and then both of you move, like some kind of Sims glitch.
Just some
Oh my
horrible
gosh, what are the
Skyrim
machines from
mistake.
Pacific Rim?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
You
so funny.
you mind drift or whatever.
Yeah. What are they called? Jaegers?
Yeah, the Jaegers.
Yeah, like a horse Jaeger.
They enter the drift.
This gives me inspiration.
Okay.
What if you guys, your
That's
friends
normally
got
my
together
job, but
and-
okay.
I both hated and loved that.
Thank you.
Anyway, what if you and your friends got together and your party campaign was just like one man and all of his animal friends that he like took hunting with him? So one person played like the actual ranger person. Or maybe the DM even plays that. But then one of you is his horse. One of you is his falcon. One of you is his bloodhound. And you play as like all of the animal companions.
So what you're saying is you want us to brave little toaster this up.
Absolutely.
But
Sort of a
creatures.
Pokemon mystery dungeon or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
What if you found out that your pet had just been like a moon druid the whole time, or someone polymorphed the whole time, and it's like,
It's a real Peter Pettigrew.
I've-
children's books about that.
I've changed in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't made you
Yeah, like I said,
get
it's
out of the bedroom,
It's
you
a
know?
real, it's a real Peter Pettigrew situation.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. This is so much worse.
So like, I've also always wanted to play as like the dog or the bear that the ranger in the party has, and I know it wouldn't be as powerful, but like, I would love to have that set up. And so this kind of does give me that fulfillment of like, maybe you just play like a very simple one-off campaign and you play as your buddy's horse.
So wait, okay. Sort of the like, there's a pre-established relationship between two characters, but instead of being like, yeah, our characters are brother and sister, you're like, his character is a ranger, and I'm his bear.
Yes.
He's a Beastmaster Ranger, and I'm the Beast, so I'll be operating on my own turns. He doesn't need to use his actions. I will be playing the bear.
I'm playing the bear.
Tonight I will play the part of the bear.
Tonight, the
And
part
so-
of the bear will be played by.
Like, you know, what if like, oh, your character dies, and the DM's like, don't worry, I have a new character for you. And then everyone has to go and buy a horse because they have to go really far.
Oh, no.
And they get a horse to pull the cart, and then the DM slides you your character sheet, and you're like, here you go, you're the horse.
That's good.
I think it should just be added as you roll a percentile die on the reincarnate spell table.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's a 100, it's horse.
Yeah.
You come back as a horse this time.
Yeah, we gotta do that where it's like when you reincarnate, maybe you come back as a penguin and we bust out that famous
But like
player
a real
race.
penguin, and you're just up at the North Pole. And
And
like,
you're
or
on a
South
separate
Pole.
campaign to get back to your friends.
Yeah, you're at the South
You
Pole
wake
trying
up
to get back to your
suddenly at the
friends.
South Pole. I need to find my friends.
You've just been reincarnated.
I will say, like, of the funny language this has, like, you got big old clompers or sturdy hooves.
So good.
All the language is still pretty, it blends with the rules that already exist.
Yeah, it is
It's
clever.
very good.
Yeah,
He's
it's
not
actually
saying
very funny.
you don't have hands, so tough luck. He's like, you don't have hands, so fail any skill check that require the use of hands. And you can use your hooves for spells. So this is a very good example of, like, a very silly and tongue-in-cheek character, but that, like, still uses all the language necessary for it to, like, Lego
Technically
brick
work.
into
Yeah.
To
the
make you
rules that
tempted to
exist.
use it.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
little
I'm
bit.
playing a horse.
I'm a horse
This is
now.
gonna happen.
It would make sense if
just
you were the
already,
horse.
already imagining a horse barbarian.
Horse barium.
Nah, I'm not. I'm just a horse, man.
No,
I
this
just
is a
talked about-
player race.
it
This
is,
set-
and-
this
Then
fits
you get a
into
class.
classes.
Oh yeah, which is the
Yeah.
best class to go with this horse?
So I love...
I would say monk.
Monk's not bad.
Yeah, monk would do
No,
well.
monk would be, I would argue, worse than you're thinking because the horse gets negative to wisdom. Don't forget.
Oh, he does.
The
you're
real
right,
best
you're
scenario
right.
for this, because they get +2 to strength and constitution, is probably going to
Paladin.
be barbarian or fighter. Paladin isn't going to be a bad choice, in all honesty.
Honestly, if you were a horse
Those are
paladin,
the-
because it doesn't affect your charisma, so you can
Yeah.
bump that stat
Because it's
up.
like you don't want to
You
have
can
a
be,
horse
you
wizard
can
or
be
something because
the
they have
most
terrible
handsomest horse
intelligence.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, here's it. You become a barbarian, but you also take tavern brawler. So when you, like, gore people, then you, like, grapple them in. And I don't know what it looks like when a horse grapples a man.
You've just got him
but
in
I'm
like a
terrified.
headlock.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it doesn't require hands, it just requires limbs.
I mean, maybe you've just bit his clothing.
Now,
you know?
I do have to say, I do take issue with the using the terminology of gore, because that usually implies you have a sharp tusk.
Or like
Yeah.
a
This would be
horn.
Or a
a stomp ability.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I would change the word gore to clobber.
Clobber
I
every
like
time.
that gore just implies something so much more horrible and like visceral
just
than what you'd
gruesome.
expect, where it's like, no, you just like punch your hoof like through them, like out the other side, like you've
Gross.
gored this man.
Yikes.
I mean, it could be called like stampede or trample.
No,
Trample wouldn't be
there's
bad.
already like we've said, there's already terminology for it. It's just a stomp or a hoof.
I know, but the flavor of this.
I think
one
it
is
should
so
be called
fun.
karate
No,
chop.
you can still have it be you have big old clompers. Just gore is things you do with tusks, not hoofs.
All right.
I love that
The
implication.
only critique I
Do
have.
you
I
have?
think it should
wait
be
a minute.
called aggressive caress.
Is Aggressive Caress is the name of my neo-punk emo band.
Love it.
I think Mercy brings up a good point. You're saying gore is something you only do with tusks.
Yeah.
Does that imply that this horse has tusks that are?
Well, that's what I
its
thought at
hooves?
first.
Yes.
Does it have?
When I was skimming
do
over
its
the
hooves
abilities.
come out of its mouth?
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes.
That means it's
Mercy
walks
says
with
yes,
its
so that's
teeth.
it. Yes. All right, that was it. It was a very funny racial option
Love
that I
it.
saw on Untitled Chapter.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people saw it. If you browse the Reddits at all, you saw it was a very popular post, but I couldn't pass it up. What a great idea! In Over the Garden Wall, a wonderful little mini series, there's a character who is an intelligent horse, and at one point they're like, "Wow, guys, I can't believe that you would influence this horse to steal." He's like, "Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. He has free will." And like, "What do you want to do, horse?" And he goes, "I want to steal." And I feel like that's the vibe I would give off if I was going to play this horse.
Just a rogue
I
horse.
do think that actually it is fun and good that they gave it a decreased intelligence and wisdom. Normally I'm not for that, but the point of this is that you are playing a horse and everyone knows, like, you've agreed to that when you signed up, but it's a good thing that they have given him a decreased intelligence of 4, because anyone who has watched Bravest Warriors, another fun little cartoon, knows of the horse that comprehended everything and is now in a catatonic state.
they-
You gotta
they-
protect him.
Yeah, if they understand too much, it's dangerous for them.
Very dangerous.
That's a real. I talked to a vet about that just the other day. They were telling me the dangers of comprehending the universe and what that has on horses. So
Yeah.
we got to protect. This is our PSA for animal safety and animal rights.
Don't get that horse
Yeah,
too woke.
yeah. Protect your horses from the unknowable vastness of universal knowledge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, all horses are either neutral or evil, so, like, don't make them too smart. Or they'll
Don't
take
give them
over.
those powers.
There are no good horses.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's where we'll end it
This
there.
is
Thanks.
a weird show.
Thanks for it's a great show. Thanks for listening, travelers. Let us know what you thought of this racial option in the comments below. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for future D&D Homebrew Discussion content. Send us your homebrews at our email, thecopperfoxinn@gmail.com, or on Twitter or Instagram at thecopperfoxinn. And until next time, keep on adventuring.